Take-all International Challenge of Champions, presented by Viking Cues. Let's meet the champions.
Player number 1 from Taipei City, Taiwan, the Chinese Taiwan 9-ball champion, if you would, Mr. Xiao Lang Feng, please. And his opponent, the 2001 International Billiard Tournament champion, 1999 World Champion, the Magician from Manila, the Philippines, EFREN Reyes.
And now let's take a look at our Mohegan Sun tournament format. This will be 2 sets, each of them a race to 5 games. In case of a tie, there will be a 1-rack sudden death tiebreaker. This will be alternating break. There's a 30-second shot clock on each player with 1 timeout per rack, and this will be a foul on all balls. Welcome inside the Wolf Den here at Mohegan Sun. Mitch Lawrence and Alan Hopkins, and trust me, both of us are very excited about seeing the man at the table, EFREN Reyes from Manila in the Philippines, one of the truly great cue artists in the world. Here at the International Challenge of Champions, one of these players will move on into the finals against Mika Immonen, Alan.
And EFREN has failed to pocket a ball on the break, left the cue ball down the bottom of the table and the 1 ball in the center of the table. I don't believe that Feng has a shot on the 1 ball, so we'll see a safety here. Probably just hitting the 1 to the bottom rail, trying to keep the cue ball so he can't hit the 1. Oh, he tried to play the 1 in the corner pocket. He tried to cut it, and ended
Watch
up.
out.
Oh, he got away with that. He almost scratched. Well, that was a very tough shot to start out with.
Right off the bat, very aggressive play. Xiao.
And notice that Mitch, how the cue ball, excuse me, Mitch, but the cue ball is right in the side pocket. So this is not an easy shot to start out with for EFREN either. He has to come down table. And look at the speed.
No problem.
Look at the speed on the cue ball. I mean, he's called the Magician for a reason. You know, he actually has beautiful speed on the table with the cue ball. Cue ball control is excellent.
We will talk about him a lot during this match. There is pretty much nothing that EFREN can't do with that cue in his hand. Takes care of the 2.
Mitch, I would definitely say he's the man to beat. Now, here's the 3 ball. He's going to pocket in the corner and try to come around table for the 4 ball somehow. Either draw the ball or follow it. You may see him draw the ball here. Low right-hand spin. Okay, he's elected to take a long shot on the 4 ball. Now, this is a thin cut.
EFREN got into these semifinals by defeating Niels Fien, the 2001 Netherlands 9-ball champion, 7-5. Good pocket speed there.
He has a side pocket shot now, and this is a little tricky because if he hits it hard, the 5 could jump out of the side pocket. He's going to be forced to play the 5 ball in the side pocket and try to bring the cue ball 1, 2, 3 over here for the 6, or follow it and come out. And not an easy shot, and did he get there? He came right on top of the 6.
No.
And that's a bad break, but he has a good safety. What you'll see now is some of EFREN's cue ball control. There it is. The 6 ball is very close to the rail. What he'll do is hit the 6 ball very thin and bring the cue ball down table and try to get behind the 8 ball if he can, somewhere in this area.
So moving along through the first rack. Let's see what he leaves.
He may have hit it hard enough to get behind the 9, did he?
Behind the 9.
Oh, wow, almost. Very close.
Good shot.
Yes, he elected to go behind the 9, which he had very little room for error, but it looks like he's left a shot.
Now, as Xiao Lang Feng takes a look at this, we want to mention Olhausen, the official table sponsor. Olhausen, the best in billiards, featuring AccuFast cushions. We'll give you some of the other playing conditions and sponsors as we go along, people who are bringing you this great event, and a nice shot there.
Very good shot. Coming off from sitting down watching EFREN run a few balls and missing the first shot at the table. Now he has made a great shot on the 6 and set up an opportunity to win the first game.
Xiao Lang Feng, the 2001 World All-Stars Pro Tournament champion, the 2001 Taiwan 9-ball champion. And you know there are some fabulous players over in Taiwan. This is one gentleman who can play. This would be for a 1-0 lead. in set number 1 here in Uncasville, Connecticut against EFREN Reyes. One of these two players will move into the finals and a chance to win $50,000. Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the Wolf Den. Alan Hopkins and Mitch Lawrence. And as I said, we are excited about watching two great players. EFREN certainly, but a player that we haven't gotten a chance to see, Mr. Fung from Taiwan, and he has already had a great tournament because he knocked off Corey Deuel, the 2001 Player of the Year. So any question about whether he can play was answered early.
Oh, without a doubt. He was behind 6-4, Mitch, and came back and beat Corey 7-6. And he played super. I mean, he doesn't miss much at all. You know, he's a great player, and he deserves to be here, and it's going to be a great match.
Well, that's the thing about the International Challenge of Champions, because $50,000 going to be on the line in the finals. These players under tremendous amount of pressure. Every shot is critical, and they know it, and it starts to build, and as this match goes along, you will start to feel it. I know they will start to feel it for sure.
Well, Efren's feeling the break that Fung just made, because he made a ball on the break. He's pocketed the, looks like the 6 ball, and he has a nice shot. Here's the 1 ball, and here's the cue ball. What he's concerned, he's going to make the 1 in this corner, and here's the 2 ball, so he's concerned about position.
We talked earlier, you and I, Alan, about the break before this match started, and we'll develop that a little bit as we go along, because it was important in these players' earlier matches, especially EFREN, who had a little bit of trouble with his break in an earlier match. And as we see, Xiaolang Feng
Well, that's just
missed that, and EFREN Reyes will have ball in hand.
That's just a mistake, Mitch. I mean, he tried to cut that very thin and stay down table for the 2. Now, EFREN gets a big break here because he comes to the table with ball in hand and a nice opportunity to win the second game where he didn't break him. So the 2 and the 3 are together. Notice how he can play left-handed. Just
He did that so easily that cue went to the other hand.
Yes. The Philippine players, Mitch, all of them, they can shoot behind their back. They can shoot left-handed. They can shoot jacked up. I mean, they just do everything with a cue stick. They're very good cueists.
Well, and he is an absolute icon over there. I mean, he is just a legend in the Philippines, and he's influenced, if I'm not mistaken, an entire generation of players.
Well, he's a legend over here, too, you know, Mitch. I mean, he came over to America, the Philippine players did, and showed another way of playing 9-ball. And, I mean, kicking at the balls, he does it all great.
When you say another way, that's what you're talking about, much more offensive game?
Well, not only offense, but also a great safe game. In other words, he plays the right shots, he brings the cue ball the right direction. Now, he's left himself a little bit of a tough shot here with the cue ball on the rail. He's going to elevate a little. Probably see him hit this with a little bit of speed. There it is. I mean, he's a great shot maker also.
Savvy man is EFREN Reyes, and as he moves around the table, I'm going to give you a few more of the playing conditions. They're playing on Simone's billiard cloth, and underneath that cloth, Leani genuine Italian slate. We'll be using silver cup chalk, and in between racks, when the other players at the table, they'll be sitting in Mikhail Darafif game room furniture. And EFREN Reyes doing what he needs to do.
He got a little
around the table. He's got a tough shot here on the 9.
Well, Mitch, he got a little bad on the 8 ball. He's getting to have a little problem with the speed of the table, but this obviously, I hope he calls the shot. Did he call it?
I don't know.
I don't know
He
if
did
he
not
called
look
it.
like he did, and we will find out.
He didn't call the 9
He did not
ball.
call the 9.
And here we go. And he did not call the 9 ball. So now, but notice where the cue ball is. So he got a little lucky here that the cue ball is
So
right
it's
down
not
table.
ball in hand.
No.
The 9 is just spotted.
It is not a foul.
In this format, you must call the 9 ball. And we saw it in an earlier match. Steve Knight gave up a very early game to Mika Immonen, the second rack of the match, by not calling it. And from there, it was all downhill for Steve Knight. We'll see if EFREN Reyes can come back from that. Got to be disappointing to go all through the rack, Alan, and give it back.
Very difficult shot here, though. It is disappointing, but he did get the cue ball down table, so this is not an easy shot. And there you go.
Maybe a little bit of justice there for EFREN. We'll see.
Now EFREN's going to call this one. And this is not an easy shot either, I'll tell you. This very difficult shots with the $50,000 at stake. A lot of pressure. Single elimination format.
I was going to say that I did not think he would miss that chance twice, but he has.
Well, not an easy shot, though. Wow.
Wow.
That's all you can say.
Unbelievable. 2-0 now. Xiaolang Feng of Taiwan over EFREN Reyes of the Philippines truly is an international challenge of champions. Some of the tremendous fan support here in Connecticut, Mohegan Sun, an incredible venue for this event. Uncasville, Connecticut, and EFREN Reyes has come all the way from the Philippines for a chance at $50,000 in the finals. The winner of this match will move on against Immonen, who beat Steve Knight. And Alan, you were talking about EFREN changing his break a little bit, and he did, and he made some balls.
I love the way he's breaking. He's cutting the one. Now here's the 2 ball. He's going to be shooting the 2 ball. He's going to try to make it in the corner pocket if he can cut it, and there it is. Nicely done. Notice the position. He hit the cue ball a little hard. He's going to have a little bit of a cut on the 3 ball, but the 4 ball's in the center of the table, so he should be okay position. Oh, what a beautiful touch. Notice how he killed the cue ball. He's having a little problem with his ball control, though, because he's on the wrong side of the 4 ball for position for the 5. So he's going to go to the side rail, the 4 here, come back over here in this area for the 5 ball.
He's taking him as he sees him now. And he needs this rack, Alan. I really think he needs this rack just to get on the board.
Well, you know, Mitch, he's a champion. All these players are champions, and they bounce right back. A few mistakes will not change how they're going to play. Now, a couple bad rolls may make a difference,
Yeah,
but,
can't help.
but no, a couple mistakes are not going to stop EFREN from coming to the table and executing the way he can.
The 2001 International Billiards Tournament champion, 2001 Masters 9-ball champion, the World 9-ball champion in '99, and the ESPN Ultimate 9-ball champion in '99. He won $65,000 for that tournament, and the 1999 Player of the Year. EFREN Reyes has done it all. And here in Connecticut, he does what he needed to do, get on the board. Now down 1-2 against Xiaolang Feng of Taiwan. Mr. Feng will have the break in Connecticut.
His break again.
There you see the Sardo tight rack in operation, the only rack with repeatable precision. And a good look at the Elephant Beautiful balls, the official ball set of the International Challenge of Champions. Xiaolang Feng at the table, lives in Taipei City, Taiwan. Leads 2-1 in this first set. Race to 5. There'll be 2 sets, and if we have a tie at the end of those 2 sets, we'll have a sudden death tiebreaker. And trust me, nothing is more exciting than trying to get a chance for 50 grand when you have 1 rack to play.
And a big break for EFREN. He has a nice shot on the 1 ball. You can see he's reaching over to shoot it now in the corner pocket. Bring the cue ball towards the center of the table. Feng did not pocket a ball on the break. This is not an easy layout. The balls are open, but they're laying kind of tough. The 2 ball has to bring the cue ball, draw it back toward the center of the table for the 3 ball. Okay, has a little angle on the 3 ball. Going to pocket the 3 ball in the corner pocket, bring the cue ball out toward the center of the table. I like the way he's hitting the balls now.
I was going to say, he's looking pretty strong right now. It's just very smooth. It's just amazing to watch when he's really in stroke.
Unbelievable what you say. He's actually very consistent. Now he wants an angle on the 5 ball. He does not want to be straight in. And he has a little angle. Should be okay. He's going to have to force it. You're going to see hit the cue ball pretty hard here. Bring it over towards past the side pocket. Okay, now he has to be careful on the shot right here. The 6 ball is along the rail. The 8 ball, the eight ball is laying in the corner pocket. Now he's going to play the 6 into the 8, try to play position for the 7 ball. If the 6 falls in, he'll have position on the 7, but it stayed up. Okay, good. Did not want the 6 to fall in there. That was nicely done by EFREN.
The thing is, when he's playing this way, the stroke is so fluid and pretty to watch.
Without a doubt.
Nothing herky-jerky about it. There's nothing, just moving around. You watch it from behind.
It's like a master. And he won the Masters, by the way, also, Mitch.
That's right.
How suiting.
And there's how you play a rack of 9 balls when you get a chance. Xiaolang Feng doesn't make anything on the break. EFREN Reyes makes quick work of it, and we are tied at 2 games apiece in set number 1. And how'd you like to be presented with this? The winner's check for $50,000 to our champion of champions, being held by Michael Clark, the vice president of Olhausen Billiard. And that is what you are watching. The International Challenge of Champions, the 12th annual, the longest running continuous billiard show in history. Right here, and every year we add to it. Thrilled to do so. EFREN Reyes at the table has just tied this match up 2 games apiece in set number 1 against Xiao Lang Feng of Taiwan.
EFREN is using a soft break, and he's being very successful with it. Here's the 1 ball, and here's the cue ball. He's going to play the 1 in the side pocket. Just come down to the bottom for the 2 ball. Wants an angle on the 2 ball. It's a nice layout here. The 2 ball will be playing in the corner. He'll bring the cue ball toward the center of the table again, by the side pocket actually, for an angle on the 3 ball. And that's perfect. Notice the angle on the 3 ball, so he can come over to the side rail for the 5 ball.
EFREN looking to me like he's in a little bit of a zone here right now, Alan. Just in his own little 9-ball world.
Oh, it's one of the largest paydays in pool, $50,000 to the winner. And there's a lot of pressure because it's single elimination. So one loss and you're out of this tournament.
Great field, a great field that Matt and Betty Ann Braun and Billiards International put together here. 8 of the best players in the world, all of them champions. 1 loss, as Alan said, and you're gone.
A lot of pressure.
So 1 out of 8 is going to be really happy.
Wow, his speed is a little off, Mitch. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just noticed he was only coming down a little bit for the 9 ball, and he just hit it way too hard.
Now, he's been playing very quickly, Alan. So maybe just a little too quickly there, but we'll see if he can finish this off. And, you know, I guess when you're EFREN, you go, all right, I'm a little out of line, but it doesn't matter. So that's 3 racks in a row for EFREN Reyes, and but for not calling a 9 in the 2nd rack, he'd be up 4-1. As it is, 3-2 now over Xiao Lang Feng, who will have the break. Xiao Lang Feng at the table from Taiwan, down 3-2 now in set number 1 against EFREN Reyes. And he needs to stay at the table.
And he
try
switched
to get back into it.
Yes, Mitch, I'm sorry. He switched his break. Notice he broke the balls the same way EFREN did. But unfortunately, he did not make a ball. And the 1 ball is along the side rail. And here's the cue ball next to the 3 ball. The 2 ball is right by the corner. So all he has to do is make the 1 in the corner pocket. And he should have position for the 2 ball. Oh, he missed the 1. And that was not typical of EFREN Reyes.
Uncharacteristic there. He wants to hit it again.
Well, the good thing about it is there's 2 views. It's bad that he missed the 1, but it's good because Feng does not have a shot on the 1 ball. He's going to be forced, it looks like, to kick it unless he can get in between. Now, if he can shoot the cue ball in between here, he can hit it. It looks like he can. If he hits it, he'll try to play safe, hit it easy. Hit the 7. Oh, just came out a little too much. So now EFREN will have a nice opportunity for the 1 ball, which is right here, to pocket the 1 ball on the side or the corner for position on the 2.
And one of the big differences in this match so far is that EFREN has had a chance to stay at the table and play, and Xiao Lang Feng has not. Has very, very few shots in this first set. Can we see EFREN change up again?
Lefty again. Wow. And he has an angle on the 3 ball, which he wanted. He may play the 3 ball in the corner, unless he can roll it in the side nice and easy. A lot of spin on the cue ball. There, just the spin. Notice the spin on the cue ball.
How many balls do you think EFREN Reyes has hit in his life, Alan?
Wow.
I know all of you guys do, but...
Well, you know, the Filipinos do play a lot of pool. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good.
And he started playing in 1974. We're talking about almost 30 years now of really, really playing some all different kinds of games.
Well, when I used to get ready for a tournament, I would play 3 hours in the afternoon and try to play 2-3 hours at night. So you get used to playing day and night. And you're talking about 5-6 hours a day. So, and I imagine the Filipinos do the same thing when they're playing, getting ready for a tournament. It makes you more fluent at the table. You just get up and you practice and you make yourself ready to win. And that's exactly what most of the champions will do, get themselves ready to win. Now here's a nice angle on the 8. He'll play the 8 ball in the corner pocket.
Left-handed, right-handed, doesn't seem to matter right now for EFREN Reyes. This would be to get on the hill and 4 racks in a row. Beautiful, beautiful shape here. And From the pocket cam, you see the result of all those years of playing we keep talking about. One game away from set number 1 is EFREN Reyes. And he will have a break in just a moment. Striding to the table in that kind of slow, easy way that he has, EFREN Reyes looking very calm, very collected, even though there is $50,000 on the line if he moves into the finals against Mika Immonen. On the hill in the first set, Alan.
Yes, and he's been very successful making the 1 ball in the side pocket and actually playing position for the 2 ball. Pocket the 1. Here's the 2 ball. He'll be shooting the 2 ball in the corner pocket. Watch the cue ball here. It's not going to go too far, I don't believe. He's going to kill it, come up and try to hit the 9 ball.
Boy.
Oh, it's a beautiful
He
shot.
just sliced that so thin.
Low right-hand English on that shot and come off the rail and just touch the 9. If he doesn't touch the 9, he'll be left safe. Here he'll probably just bring the cue ball up a little bit and go for the 4 ball. Came through the 8 and the 6, making sure he has a shot on the 4.
If you're Xiaolang Feng, literally, you are just sitting there right now because he hasn't made balls on the breaks. The last 2 times at the table, he didn't make a ball on the break, giving EFREN the chance right back again.
I think the one big mistake he made when he missed the 1 ball, which he shouldn't have missed, it wasn't that tough of a shot. It was just a thin cut. He just didn't hit the 1 ball. So I think that helped EFREN a lot. Now, notice the 6 ball in the side pocket. He's going to just roll it in. Or he's going to come down table and back up. He had more of an angle than I could see. Now the 7 ball in the corner pocket. Keep an eye on the cue ball here. The cue ball's going to travel a little after it hits the 7. 1, 2 rails, back out toward the center of the table.
Look at that. Look at that. This is just fun to watch right now. Not for Xiaolang Feng, but for all these great fans here in the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun. EFREN calls that 9. And this would be for 5 consecutive racks. And the first set goes to EFREN Reyes 5-2. In this format, the loser of the first set will have the break. That would be Xiaolang Feng of Taiwan. He will have a chance to get back into it. Some of the very interested people inside the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut, about an hour outside of Hartford, and worth anything you have to do to get here. It is an absolutely unbelievable place. So many things to do, and right now a lot of interest in 2 of the best 9-ball players in the world. And Xiaolang Feng of Taiwan needs to start getting aggressive, and that break was a little more powerful, Alan, than the ones he's been hitting.
Yes, he opened up on that break. He hit them very hard. And he was successful to make a ball. And here's the cue ball, and here's the 1 ball. Now he has another thin cut on the 1 ball. He could possibly try to play in the corner or play a safety. And I think it'd be smart to just try and bank this and play a safety, bringing the cue ball, trying to bring the cue ball in between the 7 and the 3. Not an easy run out.
We talk about what's great in this format, Alan. If this were just normal format of, say, race to 9 or race to 11, and EFREN Reyes, as we watch.
Well, you know what happened there? He miscued. He tried to play a safety, and he actually miscued. So things are not going too well.
That's the second time in the match that he's on the 1 that he's scratched and given EFREN ball in hand, and you cannot do that with EFREN Reyes on the other side of the table.
Well, he didn't get ball in hand.
Oh, he didn't get ball in hand. I thought he had missed it completely.
But he has a nice shot to start with.
Pretty much, for EFREN, that was ball in hand.
Well, for all these players, that's a pretty routine shot.
Yep.
They're all great players, and EFREN has a nice opportunity here to win the first game. Uh-oh, look out, look out. Look at that. Now, that's something uncharacteristic of EFREN, to bring the cue ball and scratch cross side. You won't see that too often, Mitch, I'll tell you that.
That's huge, though, in rack number 1 of set 2, because I was going to say, if this was a normal format and EFREN gets out to a 5-0 lead in a race to 7 or 9, it's going to be tough to come back. But this way, Xiaolang Feng has a chance, if he can win this set, to go to a sudden death tiebreaker.
Now, this is got to be very careful here.
He goes left-handed, too.
He could double hit the cue ball. No, he's made a nice shot. Okay. Well, that's a big break for Feng. If EFREN loses this set, Mitch, it will be because of this game right here. It set the pace for this set.
Just a little lapse in concentration on EFREN's part, you think?
I think so. He shot it lefty also. See, I'm a firm believer that you just can't be as accurate as you can lefty as you can righty. I don't care what anybody says. It's very hard to do that unless you're ambidextrous.
Yeah, or unless you're left-handed.
Yeah, unless you're left-handed. Exactly. But, you know, it's 30-second shot clock, too. Makes you shoot a little quickly, too. He doesn't want to use the bridge, so.
Well, this is big. Really, really big. Because since rack number 2 of the first set, Xiaolang Feng did not have a game on the board, and he gets the first one in set number 2. EFREN Reyes will have the break in Connecticut, trying to get to the finals of the International Challenge of Champions. EFREN Reyes at the table, Mitch Lawrence and Alan Hopkins, joined by an entire Wolf Den full of pool-loving fans, most of them from the American Pool Players Association, America's largest amateur pool organization. They've been helping out all week and loving it, and they get to watch these two great players.
Well, you have to appreciate his break. Here's the 2 ball. He pocketed the 1 ball in the side. There's the 2 ball. The 3 balls up by the side to bring the cue ball right by his hand, right back where his hand was. And that's perfect. And, you know, if he keeps making that 1 on the side, I can't see him getting beat because he's going to have the first shot all the time at the rack. Follow English, left-hand spin. Nice break. I'd like the balls to be open like this, Mitch. I tell you what I'm playing. I wish they'd open like that all the time. Well, that's what makes 9 ball so unique. You know, the balls open up different every time. You have a different layout every time you come to the table.
And that is what keeps it interesting. I mean, it's incredible to me that you can say, all right, at some point it's got to be the same, but it really isn't.
Never. It's never the same run out.
As we said earlier, EFREN Reyes got to this point by defeating Niels Fien, 2001 Netherlands 9-ball champion. Xiaolang Feng got here by beating the 2001 Player of the Year, Corey Deuel. 2001 U.S. Open champion, Corey Deuel. 2001 BCA 9-ball champion, Corey Deuel.
Corey Deuel's won a lot. And he lost to Mr. Feng.
Right, but he's got his hands full now. With EFREN, who's just, when he gets his break going, like you said, Alan, and the table opens up, he has done what he needed to. This would be to tie this second setup at 1 rack apiece, and like it was nothing, EFREN Reyes, Xiaolang Feng, in this alternating break format to try to get to the finals, will have the break. A chance to enjoy pool on a weekly basis, and that's a really big deal.
Well, one of the things we do with our members, Mitch, is we try to keep them informed more about the game, teach them how to give them information that'll help them improve their game, let them know where pro events are taking place so they can come and watch the great players play and so on. It's all part of enjoying a sport, is to, you know, get into all aspects of it, and then we try to give them that opportunity. You know, I noticed, Alan, this big difference in the breaks here with EFREN has found that side pocket.
We were just talking about that. He makes the 1 every time.
He makes the 1 every time, and Feng tried, you know, but it didn't work for him, so he's gone back to the hard break.
And he was successful with the hard break. He pocketed, looks like he pocketed two balls on that break, and he's coming around for the 2 ball now. Looks like it's going to be perfect. Slows up just a little.
And that's some good speed there. Now, I know he wants to get off and running. I know he wants to get, obviously there's $50,000 at the end of the rainbow in this tournament, but just to be at the table and get some time and really get into it.
Well, this is a real pleasure, a match like this anyway, because I'm sure you've already said, I mean, EFREN Reyes, most people say he's the greatest player that ever played the game. So here you get a chance to watch just, I suppose, the Tiger Woods of pool. I mean, what are you going to say, except he's a little older, but I mean, my gosh.
You're right, Terry. You
no,
are
in the
right.
pool
He's
world, they say
Woods
Tiger Woods is the EFREN Reyes of golf.
There you go. But as much as I've seen him over the years, it's still just a pleasure, you know, to see how easy he makes the game look. He's got that long flowing stroke.
And he plays all games well, Terry, not just 9-ball, but he plays all of the games, even billiards, carom, straight, everything.
This is close here, isn't it? Yeah, you got around
yes.
it okay.
Got around, he had a little angle, he forced it around. It's a little tricky now coming down for the 8-ball. If he gets too straight on the 6, he'll have a problem. Looks like he has an angle, though. Speed here is very important.
Terry, as we get down to this part of the rack, for the people at home who are interested in getting involved in an APA league, and I strongly suggest if you like pool that you do, because they are not only instructional but an incredible amount of fun. How do they go about contacting you?
Go to the internet, www.poolplayers, that's with an S, poolplayers, one word, poolplayers.com, and they will be able to see everything there is to know about the APA, including how to get involved locally wherever they live.
Well, thank you again for all that you have done. Thank you to the members who've come to help out. We appreciate you being up here in the booth, and we'll see you soon.
It's a pleasure to be here, and thanks for all the great work you and Alan have done over the years.
Well, thanks.
Thank you,
Xiao
Terry.
Lang Feng gets on the board again. He's up 2-1 in set number 2. The magician, EFREN Reyes, at the table, finds himself down 1-2 against Xiao Lang Feng. Rack number 4, set number 2. EFREN won the first rack 5-2. If he should win this rack, he will move into the finals against Immonen. If Xiao Lang Feng should win, we will have a 1-rack sudden death tiebreaker to see who gets there.
This time he did not make the 1, but he has a shot on the 1 with the cue ball, playing it in between the 2 balls right in the corner. That was very, very lucky that he had a shot on the 1 there, because the balls opened up nice. The 7 and 2s right there. Here's the 2 ball, and here's the 3 ball. So position. You'll park the 2 ball in the corner, bring the cue ball around the table up top for the 3 ball. Come on. Okay. He ended up playing for the side pocket. Very interesting. Decided to just hit it a little easy and play for the side pocket, and it turned out perfect because he's straight in the
right
side. Yeah, he's straight in the side pocket, so he'll be fine here. Just roll out for the 4 ball. And here's a little tricky. He left himself jacked up over the 9 ball. Now, the 9 ball is directly behind the cue ball. Oh, okay, he's okay. He doesn't have the cue behind over the 9 ball.
And this is all ball fouls, so you got to be careful about touching any other ball.
He will, Mitch. The players don't like to touch balls anyway while they're shooting.
You know, we were talking a bit earlier, you and I, about the fact that EFREN likes to play a little bit slower than this, but because there's a 30-second shot clock, he's picked up his pace. To me, it shows the incredible adaptability of EFREN Reyes, that even if he's not playing the pace that he would normally like to, he's still making it look this easy.
Correct. Oh boy, I thought he missed
Me
that.
too. I thought that's, of course, as soon as you say that.
But you're right. He will adapt, and he will do what he has to do to win.
And adapt he does. Break and run out in rack number 4, and we are tied at 2 racks apiece. It's getting interesting here in Connecticut. Xiao Lang Feng will have the break. You can see there why this is such an amazing venue for championship 9-ball. Kind of a little upper deck and some booths down below, all the way around the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun. Xiao Lang Feng at the table, 2 games apiece, set number 2. He needs this set to desperately stay in this and a chance to get to the finals. We'd have a sudden death tiebreaker if he were to win this set. Scratches on the break, not what he needed out.
No, he drew the ball straight back in the corner pocket. That's a bad break for him. If he didn't scratch, he'd had a nice layout. All the balls are open except for the 7 and the 9. Here's the 7 and 9. They're tied up, so EFREN's going to have to address that because that's not an easy run out. He's going to have to break those balls open, which he will when he goes from the 5. We'll see. I'll show it to you when he goes from the 5 to the 7 to break it open, or maybe from the 2 ball. He wants to come out a little. You may see him do it right here. You may see a nice shot where he's going to come off the rail and knock the 7 out with the cue ball. I don't know if he has enough angle to do it, but keep an eye. Here's the 7 and 9. Let's try and break them open if he can. I don't know if he can. No, he didn't have enough angle, so he'll just break them open with the 5 ball. He played the 3 and 4 in the same pocket.
He's biding his time, but every time he moves past that 7-9, he's looking at it.
Well, he has to, because the 7 doesn't go in any pocket, I don't believe. So he has to break those balls open. Now, it's hard to tell, Mitch, from up here, actually, if it can go in the side pocket. There is a chance it may go in the side pocket. If it does, then he'll play position for the side pocket. But I think he's going to break it open. Yeah.
I don't know if it can. I mean, it really looks tough from where we are.
Oh, wow.
We'll see.
Yeah, look at this. He's. It looks like he's.
I don't know how he's going to get to it from there.
Well, no, it looks like he was straight in, but he's going to draw back. Look at this. He played for the side pocket. I don't know if he got far enough.
He's shaking his head like he didn't.
Okay, he's going to try to play the 7 ball in the side pocket. And what he'll do is he'll probably go into the 8 here. He might. It's hard to say.
Wow.
There it is.
6 gone on the break. 7 now. Here's the 8.
Ooh, he thought he missed
it. He stood up really quickly. But there's a lot of pocket there to work with sometimes. And EFREN Reyes He's shaking his head, but the bottom line is he gets rack number 5. He takes a 3-2 lead in set number 2, and he will have the break to get on the hill. EFREN Reyes at the table after Xiaolang Feng scratched on the break at a very inopportune time, tied 2 apiece. And now EFREN leads 3-2 with the break to try to get on the hill. And a chance to move into the finals against Mika Immonen. You're watching the 12th annual International Challenge of Champions. Winner take all $50,000 in the final.
And how do you like that soft break? Here's the 1 ball and here's the cue ball. Probably play the 1 ball on the side or play a safety. I don't think he'll play a safety. I think he's become offensive here. Play the 1 ball on the side. Come back down table for the 2. And he used the 4 ball to play position. And I don't know if he, yes he can. I guess he can make it. Very difficult to see from up here. He won't hit this too hard. He spun it in, 2 rails around for the 3. That's sweet.
I'll tell you something, and he's just playing so, his pace in terms of the rhythm he's going moving around the table has been very, very consistent. It may be quicker than he's used to, but it's been really consistent the whole time.
He's going to be awful tough to beat also. We're going to have a great setup if we have it's Mika Immonen and EFREN.
Yep.
If those 2 are the players, because they're both playing great.
And 2 players here that do not show a whole lot of emotion between EFREN and Xiaolang Feng. They just go about their business, and right now it has been EFREN's business most of the time.
Okay, he's elected to take a little bit of a longer cut shot, but here you'll see a slip slide stroke. You won't see the cue ball go for it. He's going to slip slide it with low English, low left-hand English. Slide the 6 in the corner, and the cue ball should come up right around by the side pocket. Here it comes towards the center of the table by the side. That's perfect. Perfect cue ball control.
I really hope you're paying attention at home, because you can learn some things here.
Well, if you want to learn how to play 9 ball, just pay attention.
Unbelievable. Put some distance between himself and Xiaolang Feng. EFREN Reyes, beautiful to watch, leads 4-2. Set number 2, 1 game away from moving into the finals. Xiaolang Feng at the table, down 2-4, already down a set, and it is do or die here for him. He needs to get this game, or else this match is over. A big, powerful move at it, Alan.
And he has pocketed a ball on the break, but look at here. Okay, he has a shot on the 1 ball, so we've got action. He pocketed a 1 on the, it looks like he pocketed the 4 ball on the break. He has a nice shot on the 1 ball right here. Here's the cue ball. We play the 1 ball in the corner. Play position somewhere out here for the 2 ball.
I asked Xiaolang Feng if he played on TV a lot. You know what he told me? In Taiwan, in Taipei City, where he lives, he plays every week on television. And he also does commentary.
Excellent.
Amazingly enough. So we can't say that the TV actually got him any nervous at all.
No, I think he's just getting a few bad rolls. He made 1 or 2 errors.
Right. And he's playing against EFREN.
And you know, in this format, 2 out of 2 sets, race to 5, you know, any 1 mistake or 2 mistakes can cost you the whole match. So here he has a little problem with position, I think, on the 5 ball. The 3 ball right here. He's going to play the 3 ball in the corner and probably try to bring the cue ball 1-2 rails and back down table for the 5 ball. Going to hit this pretty hard. There it is. Great shot. Notice the spin on the cue ball, the English. Low
Beautiful.
left-hand spin, bringing the cue ball down table. English helps for the cue ball to move around the table so you don't hit the shot so hard. Here's a shot where he'll bring the cue ball toward the center of the table again for the 6 ball in the other corner.
In recognition that this is truly an international game, told me he learns to speak English by watching movies on cable TV and loves doing it, watching them in English. And that's in between playing every week, doing commentary, and owning 2 pool rooms, Alan. So
he's a busy fella.
He's got a lot going on.
Well, pool's a very big game in Taiwan.
Sure is. And this was a really, really nice rack.
I like the way he ran out here. He really isn't playing bad. I think he just got a bad start. And with the score, if he makes this being 4-3, he's okay.
Crowd appreciative of a very good rack at a tough time. That's what he needed to do. And right now it's out of his hands because EFREN Reyes on the hill for the match has the break. And if you're EFREN Reyes, this is exactly where you want to be. A chance to move into the finals of the International Challenge of Champions. You've won the first set 5-2. You are up 4-3 in the second set, and all you need to do, I say all you need to do, is break and run out or somehow get this game, and you'll move into the finals against Mika Immonen, originally of Finland, now living in New York City. One of those two players would win $50,000. And again, that one, Alan, on the break.
Well, you know what's really big is not only the one went on the break, but the 2 ball came up. Here it is right with the cue ball, which is a big break for EFREN. And that's perfect. Come around for the 3 ball in the side
And that
pocket.
was dead center there.
Well, now you're going to see a nice little English shot. Here's the 3 ball. He's going to pocket the 3 ball in the side pocket and bring the cue ball 1, 2 rails and probably down table here or here for the 4 ball. 1, 2, and here it comes down table.
He's just going for the chalk at this point.
Well, he knows. As soon as you hit the ball, you
know.
actually know where you're going to end up.
Speaking of chalk, as he puts some of that on that cue, we want to take time to thank Viking, the official cue of the International Challenge of Champions. Take your best shot with Viking. And EFREN Reyes has been doing nothing but taking his best shot, it seems, in this match so far. And Alan, it's like you said, it's not as if Xiaolang Feng has played horribly. It's just it's been EFREN's day here.
Well, here's the shot right here. If he can get position on the 6 here, it should be all over. And this is not an easy shot. He's going to have to draw the cue ball straight back where his hand is right now, even past there. And here it comes, perfect.
And you know what? I think for the players at home that think you have to hit the ball really hard to get some draw on it, that was a good example of just playing the stroke, and the ball will come back naturally.
It's the speed of the stroke which gets the action on the cue ball for you. And EFREN is hitting the speed of the stroke
Well,
perfect.
you can really, really learn some stuff here. And I agree with you. I think it's going to be a very, should he make these 2 balls, and I don't see any reason why he wouldn't at this point, going to be a very, very interesting final matchup between EFREN Reyes, the magician, and Mika Immonen, a very focused, very concentrated player at the top of his game. A beautiful match by EFREN Reyes. Xiaolang Feng, a good tournament, winning his first match, but he will be going back to Taiwan. EFREN Reyes moves on. And now it's time for our Viking Q's super shot of the match. EFREN Reyes at the table. We're in the second set, rack number 5. We're tied at 2 racks apiece in this all-important second set, and this shot on the 7, Alan.
And a super shot it is. It doesn't even look like the 7 ball goes in the side, but he hits it the perfect angle just to make it go in the side, and the cue ball comes out and kicks the 8 out for a shot in the corner pocket.
Let's take another look at it from overhead, and we were talking this whole rack, Alan, about whether or not he could get this 7 into one of the pockets. And look at that.
Obviously, he could make it, and what's really neat about it is notice the cue ball coming over behind the 8 ball and kicking the 8 out, so he has a shot on the 8 ball in the corner pocket.
And EFREN Reyes went on to win the rest of, take the rest of that rack, take a 3-2 lead, and then ultimately won the second set 5 games to 3 and 2 sets to nothing over Xiaolang Feng. And as we said, now it gets to be fun. Into the finals goes EFREN Reyes against Mika Immonen, originally of Finland, now living in New York City. EFREN from the Philippines. And it is the International Challenge of Champions. One of those 2 players will walk away with $50,000. The other one will go home. Final round action in the $50,000 winner-take-all International Challenge of Champions presented by Viking Q. Let's get right to it and meet the champion.
Player number 1 in this final for $50,000 is the 2001 International Billiard Tournament champion and the world champion of 1999 from Manila, the Philippines, the magician EFREN Reyes. And formerly from Helsinki, Finland, the 2001 world 9-ball champion, now residing in New York City, if you would, Mr. Mika Immonen.
And now let's take a look at our Mohegan Sun tournament format. This will be 2 sets, each of them a race to 5 games. In case of a tie, there will be a one-rack sudden death tiebreaker. This will be alternating break. There's a 30-second shot clock on each player with one timeout per rack. And this will be a foul on all balls. Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the Wolf Den. Mitch Lawrence and Alan Hopkins, and this is the place to be. If you like championship 9-ball, there is no more exciting place than inside Mohegan Sun. EFREN Reyes, the magician from Manila in the Philippines, doing what he did very well in his semifinal match, and that is breaking the ball and hopefully staying at the table, Alan. And this one is for $50,000.
You're exactly right, Mitch. He broke the balls and made the 1 ball on the side. Notice the cue ball and the 2 ball are in the center of the table together. He'll be pocketing the 2 ball in that corner. And here's the 3 ball. So that's what he's going to play position on. And that's what he's concerned about right now. This is not an easy position shot.
10.
And he's going to take an extension here. He's allowed 30 seconds, and after 30 seconds, he needs to take actually a timeout, and then gets 30 more seconds. It's allowed once each rack by either player, for both players, correct? Yeah.
So you can tell the place that EFREN is in right now, of knowing that this is the tough shot for him in terms of this rack, doing something smart. You do not want to get off to a bad start. Mika Immonen playing extremely well, as is EFREN Reyes.
And he's taking a little extra tough shot on the 3 ball just to make sure he has a shot on it. And he'll bring the cue ball back out toward the center of the table for the 4 ball. There it is. Slow down. Slow down. And that is absolutely perfect,
Wow.
Mitch.
Wow. And right off the bat, right off the bat, saying, I've got some speed control. And we saw him do this, as I mentioned, his semifinal match against Xiao Lang Feng of Taiwan, 2 sets to nothing. And he played almost flawless 9-ball in that match, moving around the table quickly, as he's starting to do now that this pattern has been established. And he can get toward that 9-ball as he works his way around. Let's see where this winds up. And there is a little bit of a mistake right there, and he knows it.
That's very uncharacteristic of EFREN. He has drifted all the way down to the bottom rail where to cut the 7 ball in. Here's the 7 ball. He's going to try to cut it in this corner. No, he's not. He's going to play it safe, hitting it down table behind the 8 ball and bringing the cue ball as so. Excellent shot.
But I'll tell you one thing, he hated having to play that shot right there.
That's for sure, Mitch, because anything can happen here. Now that he's going to kick at the 7, he could actually kick behind. What he's going to do is come behind here and kick the 7 ball and try to kick it in the side or the corner, and possibly making the 8 ball on the side. Let's see what happens. See how hard he hits it.
And a tough shot for Mika Immonen to come to the table right off the bat for him. Good hit there.
Great shot. Great shot. Notice how he kept the cue ball down table. And I think you're going to see this ball being overcut. What EFREN will do is hit the 7 very thin, come back down table. There it is. Here it comes for this 8 ball.
Beautiful. It's like he said, all right, well, I got out of line on 1, but I'm not going to do it again. As he leans over that beautiful Olhausen table, the official table sponsor of the International Challenge of Champions. Olhausen, the best in billiards, featuring AccuFast cushions. And EFREN Reyes of Manila in the Philippines on the board first. One of these 2 players will walk away with $50,000. The other one will go home. Talk about pressure. We've got it here. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Mohegan Sun. Mitch Lawrence and Alan Hopkins. As I said earlier, for 2 guys who love 9-ball, this is the place to be. 2 of the best in the world going at it for 50 grand. Last year, we saw an unbelievably exciting match. I don't know if it can top it, but with these 2 guys, it might.
Oh, without a doubt. EFREN Reyes probably is the #1 player in the world. Mika Immonen is on a roll. He won the World Championship last year. This is a great matchup. The 2 greatest players in the world right now playing for $50,000, Mitch. Doesn't get any better than this.
Now, you won this tournament in 1993. You did get the 50 grand. You know what it's like. It has to be an unbelievable feeling.
It's an awful lonely way the other side, I can tell you that. It's real nice to win the 50, but it's very lonely to lose it.
Well, I have something that I will read to you as the match goes on that has to do with just that, and it's interesting you said that. Mika Immonen broke Did not make anything on the break, and that's going to play a big part in this match. The break will be very, very important, Alan.
EFREN has a nice shot on the one ball. It's a long shot, but it's a shot he figures to pocket. And he missed it, and he might have gotten lucky. And no. Yes, he did.
Yo.
And that counts. That counts. Well, you won't see him miss too often, but when he does miss, it helps to be a little lucky, and that's okay. That's how you win tournaments, Mitch. You have to be a little lucky also.
Well, and he has won more than his share worldwide since he started playing in 1974. You said to me that he is, as far as you're concerned, of all, and you have played pretty much everybody who's played in the last 20, 30 years.
Yes.
You said he is the best player that you played against and the smartest player you played against.
That's without a doubt. I would say for sure. Especially in all the games. And what he's done here is, I think this $50,000 is on a little bit of everybody's mind right here, because he's a little out of line, and he's left himself a long, you know, kind of a thin cut shot on the floor. He's going to bring the cue ball 2 rails back into the center of the table. Now he decided to hit it hard and come all the way around the table. Now be careful, because this might be a little too hard. No,
I think he's going to be okay.
Well, his speed control.
Well, just when you think he's lost a little bit of it, then he just goes and does that.
Well, you know what's interesting? The Filipinos have brought over, the Philippine players have brought over a new style of playing 9-ball, and it's a very smart style. And if you want to learn the game, watch the Philippine players play.
And you'll see that a lot in this match with EFREN Reyes. Right-handed, left-handed, he seems completely comfortable all the time. And as he chalks up that cue, we want to thank Viking, the official cue sponsor of the International Challenge of Champions. Take your best shot with Viking. As he drifts down for the 8 and the 9, this would be the first 2 racks, and off to a very quick start for Mr. Reyes. Thing is, Mika Immonen didn't make a ball on the break. You do not get that many chances. And if EFREN is on and he's making a couple balls on the break, it could be a long night for Mika and a short night for EFREN Reyes. 2-0 now, set number 1 here at the International Challenge of Champions. The magician, EFREN Reyes from Manila in the Philippines at the table, up 2 games to none against Mika Immonen. First set, there will be 2 sets. One of these players will walk away with $50,000, and the pressure right now, and EFREN again with that 1 on the break, is starting to mount. You'll feel it so far. It doesn't seem like EFREN's felt it too much, Alan, but I know he's thinking about it.
Well, it's very fortunate for Mika, because the 2 and the 3 are tied up. There's the cue ball, and they're tied up, so he's going to probably play a bank shot on the 2. And he's lucky.
Off the 5?
Well, I don't think he really meant to play it that way, but it counts.
He's smiling because it happened before, and he said, all right, I'll take him if I have to.
How are they rolling for EFREN Reyes?
Oh, man.
Here's another bank shot. He's going to bank the 3-ball cross side.
We'll just show it to you all right now.
Just keeps on happening. It's like a nightmare. I mean,
EFREN got here in this very tough format of champions from around the world by defeating Niels Fien, 2001 Netherlands 9-ball champion, and then defeating Xiaolang Feng of Taiwan 2 sets to none. In their semifinal match, looking very strong all the way. Nothing has deterred him so far. He knows how to play for big money, Alan. We've talked about it before. He really rises when there's a lot on the line.
he can play pool too. Here you're going to see a nice 6-ball where he's going to drift the cue ball over to the side rail and play the 7-ball in the same pocket. Excellent cue ball control for EFREN Reyes.
Now, what's going to be interesting to me in terms of, because obviously EFREN's playing and he's playing well. He's about to go up 3-0 on Mika. If you're Mika and you've got to get back to the table, it's hard to stem this tide. It's going to take a lot for Mika to really change the momentum here, I think.
It's torture, Mitch, and you have to sit there and watch your opponent run out. There's nothing you can do about it but wait your turn. It's torturous, but he will be okay. In other words, he's used to this.
Certainly, he knows it's the game. And Mika Immonen has come back from being down before. He finds himself quickly, very quickly down 3-0 in the first set to EFREN Reyes. The 1999 Player of the Year, 1999 World 9-ball champion, and titles too numerous to mention. Mitch Lawrence and Alan Hopkins here inside the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun. It's the 12th annual International Challenge of Champions, the longest running continuous billiard show in history. And there's a reason for it. Great players, $50,000 winner take all prize money.
And
You bet people like watching it.
oh, Mitch, a big break for Mika because EFREN failed to make the one ball inside.
And that's the first time in a long time that happened.
Right, here's the one ball and here's the cue ball. He's going to pocket the one ball in the corner pocket. And the two ball is downtown. That's his concern about where to get with the cue ball. He's looking right now because here's the two ball. So he needs to come somewhere in the area where his hand is right now for the two ball. There comes the cue ball back over. Is it too hard? And slow down. Slow down. Oh, boy.
Shaking his head and walking around the table. I'm thinking that you know he wasn't happy that it drifted that far.
Look at this. Maybe in the side.
Oh.
But he was playing safe there, Mitch.
Well, you know what, though? He walked very quickly. Not like he was leaving the table, Alan.
No.
Now, he might have taken a safe, but it sure, maybe in his mind, this is how he's pumping himself up. But it sure looked like he meant to do it.
Well, there's a nice shot right there.
And what we're talking about is starting to happen, which is it turns a little bit. EFREN doesn't make a ball in the break for the first time, as I said, in a long time. And all of a sudden,
match is turned around.
you're down 3-0 and get one back. And if he can just finish this rack off, he'd get it back to 2-3, and then he would have the break to try to even the match. So when you've got players of this caliber, Alan, we talk about this all the time, anything can happen.
Especially with $50,000 on the line and two players that are used to playing for big money. I mean, Mika's won some big tournaments. The World Championship was $50,000-$60,000 first prize, and EFREN also has played for big money, so in tournaments. Now Mika has a nice shot on the 7 ball to just drift the cue ball down table for the 8 ball. He'll bring the ball down in this area here for the 8 ball.
And he's liking it right now. Very confident at the table, playing great shape. And he's saying, okay, it may be EFREN Reyes, but my name is Mika Immonen, and I'm not scared of anybody. This is what we expected, a great matchup in the finals of the Challenger Champions. EFREN Reyes at the table, the magician. We're tied at 3 apiece, first set.
And he hit that too hard. That time the 1 ball didn't go, but the 6 ball gets a kiss off the 1 ball and goes in. A big break for EFREN. He's pocketed the 6 ball on the break. Although here's the cue ball and here's the 1 ball. The 2 ball is tied up down here by the 7 ball. So I think we're going to see some safety play unless he tries to break him open with the 1. Cutting the 1 ball in the corner. Coming down table and trying to break open the 2-7 maybe. And here it comes. If he hits the 7 ball, he'll be okay probably. And there, what a great shot by EFREN. And that's perfect. Boy, you talk about a great position shot. Hits the 7 perfect to leave a shot on the 2 ball. Watch what he does with the cue ball here. He's probably going to double kiss the 7 and try to come. Okay, he ended up going forward with the cue ball, and that's going to be a tough layout here for the 3-4. Notice the 3 and the 4 right here. Here's the cue ball. He's going to try to hit the 3 into the 4 into the corner, but the 4 ball is going up table, so he's going to have to be careful with his position here.
These are the shots that I like watching him on more than any other, because when it's a little bit tough, I'm interested to see what he's going to do with it.
Well, he brought the cue ball out, and here comes the 4 ball. Did he hit it too hard? And he's okay.
I think he's all right.
He's okay. I mean, he's going to have either a cut shot on the 4 ball, cut the 4 ball on the side, and bring the cue ball around 3 rails out to the center for the 5 ball.
And that's the interesting thing about watching somebody who really knows what they're doing. He gave himself a couple of chances. If it didn't come down that far, he's got the corner pocket.
Did he hit this hard enough? Hit this too easy. He hit it too easy.
Sneak by.
Nope, a little bit harder. He needed it. And here's a big break from Mika. Notice the 8 and the cue ball. He got the cue ball up against him. Now here's the 5 ball. Now it looks like he can't hit the 5 directly. If he can, no, I don't think he can. Huh? Now here's the 5 ball. If he hit the 5, he can play it over here. But it looks like, I can't tell. But that's one option if he can hit it.
And he was not happy.
No, he's not happy.
Not happy.
1 more inch. He's going to bank this ball, I believe. He can hit it. He's going to bank this cross corner. Oh, he could make it. Oh, he could see it straight in. Wow, Mitch. Now, I couldn't tell he could see that unless he played a little masse.
Yeah, you know what? You see him walking around scratching his head, and you're going, well, he can't make it, or else he just...
Wow. I mean, from here, it looks like he had no shot at it. Excellent shot by EFREN.
That's the beauty of EFREN, though. He just doesn't... He really doesn't tell you a whole lot. Now he's going to have to tell us something, though.
Yeah. He has to keep doing tricks. The magician.
Man.
Oh, here's a nice shot. He's going to bank the 8-ball cross side. He's going to keep the cue ball behind the 9. Keep an eye on the cue ball here. The cue ball will be behind the 9-ball if he misses it. There. Oh, he let it get away. So Mika, a big opportunity for Mika. Wow.
Mika was up out of that seat very quickly.
Unbelievable.
$50,000 quickly.
Unbelievable, Mitch. Unbelievable. And Mika stands up. He makes it.
Tell you, that was not an easy shot either.
No, it wasn't.
But he'll take it. This would be for 4 racks in a row for Mika Immonen after EFREN Reyes took the first 3. And it puts Mika Immonen on the hill in the first set. A lot of ups and downs, topsy-turvy, ins and outs, and when you're playing for this kind of money, this is what we expect. Mika Immonen 4-3, and he'll have the break to take the first set.
And so it's a good show for him.
Well, once we got started and the people started, you know, getting into it little by little, you could feel the excitement. It's always nice to be around a lot of people who know the game. These players do know the game. You mentioned they filter in from all over New England to get down here and see it. We're glad you're with us for this rack. We'll talk to you a little bit about the APA in just a second, Alan, and a good break for Mika Immonen, a really powerful one, and he is staking his claim right now.
A super break. He made 3 balls on the break. He's got the 2 ball, which is very important, right with the cue ball where he can make it, and the 3 ball is not far away either. If he brings the cue ball to the center of the table, he should be able to run out this rack.
Well, the key, this is pretty tricky to get on the 3, isn't it? Because he has to shoot the 3 in the same corner that he's making the 2, doesn't he?
Yeah, if he can keep the cue ball in the center of the table, it'd be okay. But you're right, it is kind of tricky. It's a speed control shot. And, you know, it's hard to tell from Terry the angles up here.
It is.
You know, it's a lot different up here than down there.
He might try to run into the 3. It almost looks like he's trying to do.
He's trying to look at, and that was the tricky part of it.
It really was.
Yeah.
Now he's got a tough cut, but you know, these guys they
young
usually
players.
make it because the young guys, they get these eyes.
25 years ago, this was a hanger, right, Terry? Now it looks like it's impossible. No, it's a great shot. Oh boy, he made it. It hung up a little bit, teasing him a little bit.
Now I
That
think
was a great shot.
It was, and this is just a straight follow, I would say. He'll just he'll go to the short rail, and then back across the table for the 6. It's not a difficult shot at all.
You think he'll come up between 9 and 6 or stay on the bottom?
Well, I think he would come up between them, but he didn't. He stayed below it.
To make sure, yeah. I was wondering if he would do that, yeah.
Once again, you're young like this, you got a lot of confidence you're going to make the long ones.
You know, we talked about early on turning this match around when EFREN Reyes was up 3-0 early. Mika Immonen has done just that. Terry, you have created for people with the founding of the American Pool Players Association a while ago a great place to go and play every week, get involved in the game. And being able to watch players like this obviously helps too, but being able to play is what you're
Well,
all
I would
about.
say probably one of the greatest membership benefits of being in the American Pool Players Association is to be able to take advantage of the handicapping system that equalizes play for players of all abilities. So I urge everyone to go to the internet. That's poolplayers.com. And go to the internet, poolplayers.com. That's one word with an S. And you'll be able to find everything you need to know about the American Pool Players Association, including how to join. And it's been a pleasure being here with you, Mitch.
Well, we thank you for all your work and everything you've done. And I know Mika Immonen right now is one happy camper. 5-3 in the first set. He takes that set in our format. The loser of the first set will break. That will be EFREN Reyes. They're going for $50,000. Originally from Helsinki in Finland, now living in New York City. One of the hardest working 9-ball players in the world. Mika Immonen does not only work hard on his game in a pool room, works out a lot, is very physically fit, knows that he has to train mentally and physically to stay on top, and he has done just that, getting better every year he has been playing. And a big, powerful break, unfortunately, with all the rest of those balls, 3 of them, the cue ball. 3
on the break, and the cue ball is number 4, and EFREN will have ball in hand. And you know, when you talked about working out and stuff, not to change what you just said, but EFREN's at the table, ball in hand. But the other day, Corey Deuel and Mika Immonen went to go work out in the spa. I mean, you know, and Mika even said to them, let's go work out, you know. And me, I went to the coffee shop and had a Danish and a cup of coffee.
You're saying that didn't happen before?
Well, you know, it does help. It does help your game.
I thought I was going to hear you say the words, in my day.
No, it's nice to be in shape, and it does help your pool game. People think that you don't have to be in shape to play pool, and you do have to be in excellent shape.
Well, Mika talked about stamina, and you know that this particular format, as well as other formats, you have to play multiple matches, and you better be in shape. You better be able to just stay there. And if you look at nothing else than the way the players' bodies are every time they get over a shot, you need to be in shape.
Without a doubt, Mitch, you're exactly right. That's why working out helps.
All right, EFREN working his way around the table, and what a big break for him. Mika scratching and making 3 balls on the break. It's kind of like you need to write a thank you note after that.
It's like playing 6 ball.
6 left on the table and ball in hand. If you're EFREN Reyes. Oh no.
Oh.
No, wait, again.
Again, he didn't call the 9 ball. Well, look at the break here for Mika. Wow.
This is the second time that this has happened to EFREN in the last couple of matches. And I'm taking 1 away from EFREN, and I'm going to give it to Mika Immonen. You have to call the 9, even if it's a straight-in shot.
Wow.
That is the rule. That's the format. EFREN knew it. And he gives that one over to Mika Immonen. When you're playing for $50,000, mental mistakes like that obviously can hurt. And there is one unhappy EFREN Reyes right there. Feeling the sting of not calling the 9 again. Did it in the semifinal match. Mika Immonen is taking advantage of everything that's coming his way. Not only is he playing great 9 ball, but he's shown a lot of heart, a lot of guts, coming back from down 3 racks in the opening set to win 5-3. He's now at 2-1 in set number 2. A big break again.
Oh boy, look
Now
out.
let's see.
Don't let the 2 go in. If the
Let's
2 goes in, oh.
See where he's going to wind up.
Oh, Mitch, unbelievable. Look at this. 3-9 combination. The 3 and the 9 are lined up dead in the corner pocket, and the 1 and the 2 went on the break. We're going to see a fast rack here if he calls it.
Man.
He's going to call it probably. But, I mean, it's a 3-9 combination.
He's looking to see. Now, let's see if he does it, because he did not call it. He did not call it.
He missed it. Wow. What a big break. And, you know, somebody shouldn't tell him not to call it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let the players play if you would.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a big turnaround.
I'll tell you, you get wrapped up in the heat of the match, and I was about to say before that Mika has not done that in any of his matches. That's where the $50,000 starts taking over. You think you got a chance for a 4-9 combination early end to that rack, and this is what I meant. You can never count anybody out of a set.
Well, what a turn of events, Mitch. I mean, that 3-9 was on, and I think Mika just missed it. I know
Wow.
somebody was yelling in the audience, you know, call it or something, but I think he had already called it. And he's still not out. You know, this is not no, oh, look how he played. He liked that shot. He hit the 9 out of the way so he could make the 6 ball next. That was sweet. I think he got a little fortunate there that he did hit it, but he still would have been okay with a combination on the 6-9. So he's going to play the 6 ball in the corner and bring the cue ball around 2 rails for the 7 ball.
Boy, a lot going on right now. And it's what you expect to happen as it gets closer toward the end of this match, one way or the other. It starts getting very interesting when this much money is at stake. And I don't care who you are and how many times you played for big money. Anytime you put 50 grand on the table and say, here it is, something's going to happen. And EFREN again in danger of not calling it.
Wow.
But this time he does. And so just like that, we swing around, and it's 2 games apiece in set number 2, and EFREN will have the break, making mental errors, and the crowd getting into it, trying to let them know to do things, not do things, call it. They're just getting into it now. And EFREN Reyes is so wrapped up in it.
There's the 9. Look at this. He made the 9, but it won't count.
The 9 will not count. In this format, you cannot make it on the break. It's considered lucked in. Now, if he had turned to Steve Tipton and said, I'm calling the 9 on the break.
No, he cannot.
Okay.
But here's the 2 ball, and here's the cue ball. And the 7 ball looks like it's in the way, so he really doesn't have a shot on the 2 ball unless he wants to play a combination, but he will not. I don't think he'll. Well, he may. He may play the combination and stay at the table. No, he played a bank shot on the 2, and it hung up. And a nice opportunity now for Mika I don't know why he played that. I mean,
I
that
don't
was
either.
kind of like almost a give-up shot there. But anyway, he played it, and the 2 ball's hanging in the corner. And here's the 3 ball. So if he makes the 2, Miko will have easy position on the 3 ball. Just make the 2. And a nice opportunity now for Mika.
This is back and forth now.
It's very exciting, I'll tell you.
And one great thing about, we've talked about this before, Alan, one great thing about this format is you can lose that first set. You still have the second set to get back into it. You do not get blown out just because you've lost the first set, and that's exactly what we're seeing here.
That's what's so unique about it. Exciting format.
You can feel it building in here right now.
He's going to roll this in nice and easy. Just come off. He does not want to be on the other side of the 7. He's perfect. And we may see all 3 balls go in the same pocket. 7, the 8, and the 9.
That's a nice thing, isn't it? You don't have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, like a little 1 pocket game.
I know you like 1 pocket.
Oh, yes. But he's straight in on the 7, so he'll probably just stop right there, draw it back a little bit, not much. And he'll play the 8 in the same pocket and bring the cue ball over to the other side of the table for the 9 in the same pocket.
Taking his time. At this stage, every shot key. Leaves himself in good position and points to that pocket. And this for Mika Immonen would be for a 3-2 lead. Pocket cam says it's good. And Mika Immonen breathes a sigh of relief after a big break by EFREN Reyes. Miss on the 2, and Mika takes advantage, and he will have the break. And there you see the 2 different faces that are telling the story of this finals match. EFREN Reyes a bit disconsolate right now. He knows that he's made a couple of plays that he has to wonder about. Mika Immonen, on the other hand, anxious, focused, jumped up to get to the table, knowing that he has the break. He is up 3-2. He won the first set 5-3 with 5 consecutive racks at the end of that set. This would be to get on the hill 1 game away from a $50,000 winner-take-all payday. And he has been crushing this break, Alan.
Yes, he has. He hit those awfully hard. He's made the 3 ball on the break, and oh boy, this is sweet. It's sweet. He made 2 balls on the break, and the 1 ball and the cue ball right here. He'll play the 1 ball in there and bring the cue ball back down table somewhere for the 2 ball. He has to be very careful here. He mainly wants to make sure he gets the cue ball down to the bottom rail. Low right hand spin on the cue ball. Be careful he does not scratch in the side pocket or the other corner pocket. And here it comes, perfect. Get to the rail and have an angle to get up, and well, I'll tell you, he has been playing well.
That was great.
It's a big game.
That was great. This is a swing game right here, Alan.
Well, you see the 5 and 6 along the rail. The ball's right here. He's going to have a problem with. Could have a problem with. And here, okay. So the 5 and 6 is going to tell the tale, Mitch, because it's not easy getting on both of them.
Now he's thinking ahead a little, as you always do, and he shook his head a little bit when he looked down at the 5 and the 6.
Well, here it comes
He
right
knows.
here. He's
Yep.
going to have to play the cue ball now. He's going to play the 5 ball in the corner pocket, bring the cue ball. He'll play the 5 in here. I think he's going to bring the cue ball back over this way, or come 1-2 rails like this. I believe he may draw the ball. Oh, oh, and a great break for EFREN. Wow, a big break for EFREN. Oh boy,
Bigger
I
than
tell you
that
what,
right there.
a $50,000 break, Mitch. I'll tell you that.
Unbelievable.
EFREN has life. I bet he shoots this lefty, Mitch. Oh, look at this.
Now this
notice.
is when you know it means something right now.
Exactly.
He's shot so many shots left-handed, and this time he says no. Now, did he call this?
I don't know, did he? I think he did. I don't know. I hope he did.
I think he did too. Wow. Wow. So instead of on the hill, Mika Immonen, here we go again. Another emotional swing. And EFREN Reyes, for all that we've talked about, is now tied in the second set, 3 racks apiece, and he has the break, trying to get to the end of this set. Back and forth we go. 0s and a 5 in his future if he can win this game. $50,000. He's 1 game away, and as Alan Hopkins told me during the break, EFREN Reyes, amazingly, is only 3 games away from $50,000. So He can't feel out of it yet, but Mika definitely has the advantage with the break and on the hill.
Here's what it comes down to right here. Watch out for the cue ball. Look at here. He has to come with a shot, I think. The 3 ball comes over to the rail, and
wow.
We have action. He made 3 balls on the break. He made the 1, the 2, and the 8. And here's the 3 ball and the 4 ball together. Here's the cue ball. So EFREN may have gotten the break. He may play the combination here, the 3 into the 4, and try to make the 4 in the corner. And that's what he's looking at right now. If he makes this, Mitch, it's going to be all over.
Showtime?
Yeah, and this is not an easy shot.
Well, we saw him come with one in the game previous.
Wow, he made it, but he didn't play position on the 3. Made a nice shot, but he didn't play any position. So now he's faced with a safety, unless he wants to get very offensive. Now, here's the cue ball, and here's the 3. You can send the 3 ball down table and bring the cue ball back over in this area. Or he could just try to bank the 3 and become very offensive. But I think he's going to try to play safe, bring the cue ball over maybe behind the 6, or just bring the 3 ball down table. This is very important. He'll take a
Takes his timeout.
This could be the whole match right here.
Yeah, but you know what? We have alternated racks now for the last 5 racks. And I have no clue what's going to happen now.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Sometimes you get a feel for it, but right now I have no idea.
There's nothing wrong with that right there.
Yeah, I know.
EFREN has to come with a shot. And he's going to probably try to play a bank shot, trying to bank the 3, or just play as the 5 ball, the 3 into the 5. Whatever he does, it's not going to be an easy shot.
How do you like
And
it?
he made a great shot by EFREN. There's a sign of a champion, Mitch, right there.
Man. And trust me, he is right back in this match right now. This is exactly what I was talking about. Unbelievable format where you can have this kind of back and forth action.
Excellent shot he made. And he has a nice layout here with the 6 ball. He just stopped the cue ball right there for the 7 ball on the side. Won't take any. Oh, he drew the ball back. Okay, he doesn't want to take any chances of not being good on the 7. So I think he's a little pumped up, I'll tell you the truth.
He is, but I'm just wondering, let's see if he calls it. The crowd's going to start yelling. There he goes. And there was no doubt about that one. And this is what we've been waiting for. All right. Both players coming with the shots. This is what comes down to when you've got the best in the world. 4-4, second set. If EFREN wins this game, we have a sudden death tiebreaker. If Mika wins this game, he's got $50,000. Said that I didn't know where this match was going. I'm not the only one. This entire crowd has been moving up in their seats, Alan, inch by inch for about the last 5 racks.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
The International Challenge of Champions. 2 world champions, former world champions, EFREN Reyes in '99, Mika Immonen in 2001.
He made a ball. He made the
There's
2 ball.
another one.
Oh boy!
Look where the 3 is in the corner.
3 balls on the break. The 1 and the 2 ball and the 4 ball. The 3 ball is hanging in the corner pocket. Here's the cue ball, but position for the 5 ball is not going to be easy. By far. Now, he may elect to play for the combination after he makes a 3 to 3-7 combination, which probably would be easier to do. Let's see what he elects to do. This is a very careful he has to be here. Okay, he's elected to play the 5-7 combination. I believe he did anyway,
Well,
because
but he's not, he wanted it down there. He wasn't looking happy.
but he's still going to play for the combination. Now the combination is right here, the 5 into the 7 into the corner pocket. And the whole thing is holding the cue ball there for the 5 ball. This is not easy.
No, that's why he wanted more down table, right?
Yes.
So he could have an easier time doing that.
You are correct, Mitch. But I think he's going to, you know, under the circumstances with the $50,000 and stuff, I tell you, this is not an easy shot. And he's going to play it. And he made it. Look out for the cue ball, though. See the cue ball?
Right.
That's not, you know, he still isn't out yet. This is not easy. He's got to cut the 5 in now and play position for the 6 ball. So we are still, he's got to hit the 5 very thin.
He's got to watch out. The reason he's pulling the sleeve on his sweater up is because if that sleeve touches the 9 ball that it's hanging over, it is a foul, and trust me, it would be over then.
Made it.
Man.
He made it look like a hanger, didn't he?
I'm telling you, there's some ice water in those veins.
He made it look like a hanger, Mitch, to tell you the truth.
First the combination, and then that slice on the 5, 6, and the 8 right down there.
And I'm not going to say anything yet, I'll tell you the truth, because I've seen too many things happen.
Oh, boy.
This is so exciting. He's got to get, you may see the cue ball travel a little bit here for the 9 ball. Uh-oh, watch out for the side pocket. Oh, he hit this too hard. This is too hard. Oh, this is too hard. Look at this.
What's he going to do? He's looking at a bank?
Oh,
what is he
boy. Oh, boy. I tell you what, Mitch, that was too hard. I knew as soon as he hit it now, he's going to have to try to cut this in. He's going to cut it in. Well, I'll tell you what, if anybody can do this, he can. He cuts the ball as good as anybody living.
Okay, this is either for a tie and sudden death. Look at
He
this.
made it.
Look
What
at
a great
this.
shot.
Look at that.
Got action.
You had better believe they're on their feet. Okay, let's set it up. This is what it all comes down to and what we thought might happen at the beginning of this match. Sudden death, 1 rack. This is it, the end. $50,000 will go to one of these 2 great champions. EFREN Reyes on the left, Mika Immonen on the right. And Mika Immonen will have the break, and that was not even close, Alan.
No, it wasn't.
Getting a look at a product that has become a fixture in championship pool, the Sardo Tight Rack, the only rack with repeatable precision. He knows what this is all about. He's been in this situation before. He knows he has no control over what's about to happen on this first shot. All he wants is a chance to get back to the table. Mika Immonen, on the other hand, hoping to make something happen and stay at the table. He's done it before in this match, and now he's in a position to win $50,000. The players will each have 2 timeouts in this 1 rack at the Challenge of Champions.
Lucky he can't win on the break for EFREN, because he's been breaking. Don't scratch. Has he made a ball? Yes, he has. Look at
Just
this.
at the end.
Well,
Those balls are tied up, though.
no, Mitch, actually, he has a nice layout. He can. Here's the cue ball, and here's the 1 ball, and here's the 2 ball. So he's got a nice opportunity here.
That last
for a
roll
run-out.
cleared him, yep.
Yeah, the 4 ball is right here. That could be the only ball, but I think he's got a nice opportunity here for a run out. Now, the $50,000 makes a big difference, too, you know. And being 1 game, you can't make a mistake. And he hit at the perfect speed to come out toward the center of the table. Seven balls away from $50,000. Okay, he does not want to be straight in on this, and he did get straight in, and that could be a problem.
And he knows it.
That could be a problem. Now, as you see, he's going to play the 3 ball in the corner, but the cue ball, he's going to have to draw it back for the 4 ball because he wants to play the 4 ball on the side next. And the 5 ball is in good position where if he gets straight in on the 4, it'll be okay. And you have to be careful now. He has to be a little careful here because
Sure does.
he has to put a little stroke on this because the 7 ball could get in the way and didn't play here.
Man.
So, well, just take a deep breath, Mika, and fire it in the side and roll the cue ball with high English. He's got to follow the cue ball. High English, follow through. And look at the 7 ball come into play. That's what I was talking about right there. That's exactly what I was talking about, Mitch. The 7 ball getting in the way.
Unbelievable.
And now he's going to be forced to kick it, but it's not over yet because this is a kick where if he hits it, he could get lucky. So it's not over. He's going to be forced to go to the side rail. And boy.
You know, at this point, though, to be in a place where you're just thinking about maybe I can get lucky for 50 grand.
The scratch is very big here. He has to watch out for the scratch. And look out. And, well, here it is. An opportunity now for EFREN to come to the table and win the Challenge of Champions. And wow.
And that is what you want.
Yep.
As I said before, he just wanted a chance to get there. And now let's see what he can do with it. And Mika Immonen is absolutely sick.
No, he has to be. He's going to play the 5 ball in the left-hand corner and bring the cue ball back down table for the 6 ball.
How's that for a shot? How is that for a shot?
And here it is. And I tell you what.
How is that for a shot? After all this,
How was
3
that?
balls for 50 grand.
Unbelievable, I'll tell you. Well, the 50,000 does come into play, Mitch. You got to say that.
Absolutely, not even a question.
Low left-hand English on the cue ball.
And that is exactly what you want to see. And you better believe that EFREN Reyes is pointing to the final 9 that is worth $50,000.
Unbelievable.
And there you see a man who last year, Francisco Bustamante, lost $50,000 in a sudden death tiebreaker to Fong Pang Chao. His countryman, EFREN Reyes, will take it home. A disconsolate Mika Immonen, 4 balls away from that same check and cannot get it done. He will be back, though. And now it's time for our Viking Q super shot of the match. And if there ever were one outside of the final 9 ball, it's this 9 ball, which came when EFREN Reyes was at the table, tied 4 apiece. This was to get into the sudden death rack. And Alan, you talk about a thin slice, pressure-packed shot.
It's an unbelievable shot. He just spins the 9 ball down the rail, and it just has enough speed to reach the pocket and fall in. If he misses this ball, it's all over. A super shot by EFREN Reyes.
And here at the end of an unbelievably amazing match between EFREN Reyes and Mika Immonen, the winner, the champion of champions, being presented that trophy by Terry Bell of the American Pool Players Association. There it is. And if you want to see EFREN Reyes smile a very, very big smile, he will do so. He loves holding that up. He is about to love even more holding this up. Mr. Paul Munich, the Vice President of Sports and Entertainment for the Mohegan Sun. A check for $50,000 to EFREN Reyes as our champion of champions. It has been a phenomenal event.